and of course through some sort of mechanical malfunction, some of them were just taken out of service and they just never got a new one assigned because, like I said, a lot of these replacement parts were discontinued. Now we have a total of 51 X2 units, TASER units, and that is enough to outfit every single one of our officers that are certified, plus a couple extra. So any officer that are certified, they want a TASER assigned to them, they have now the ability to have a TASER and holster assigned to them. Okay, and that's also with the 2 cartridges in there, so they each get 2 cartridges. So far this week we've had 42 officers in total trained in both the in-service and also the X2 transition. So they've had to actually take 2 different classes for this because they're transitioning to a platform. That included classroom training, that included functionality training with the actual TASER, and then going out to the range to actually do the practical application of the simulated cartridges. So if you would like, what I was going to do is if you wanted to see a closer look of it, and I'm bringing one out of the box here for just safety purposes, because as you can tell, this is rendered inoperable right now. There's no battery in it, also no cartridges in it. So I didn't want to take hers out. So if you just like to see it real quick, just in person, if you just that's around. Again, that is rendered inoperable. There is no battery in it, so the only thing
we have a volunteer for a demonstration.
In fact, Chris and I were just talking about that, Chris.
Never again.
That's how it goes. Always down the road. Kicking it down the road.
I have a question. I don't know. I've never thought about this, but since you've got these 2 leads which penetrate the skin, how deep does the leads go into the person's body?
The probes are approximately about 1 to 1.5 inches. The probes do so.
They go into the body 1 to 1.5 inches.
Well, the probe is about an inch.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, and what the probe looks like is it almost looks like almost like a straight fish hook with just a barb, so it doesn't necessarily come out so easily.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then you also got to think the clothing too. It's got to penetrate clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then also we're now in the winter months. You have that heavier clothing, the thicker clothing. So it needs to be able to penetrate thicker clothing as well. The simulated cartridges, of course, do not have that long barb. It's a very short barb because all it's doing is hitting a target. So, but yes, sir. So, but and pending any other questions, that concludes the TASER presentation. All right, thank you.
Thank you, John.
And I'm sorry, Chris, but Harris Childers from DCS volunteered to get that taken care of for you. But I asked Chris to provide that presentation to the board and to the audience here today to show that we are keeping up with technology on all fronts. We continue to enhance our operations. It's a more robust, smart, less lethal, non-lethal weapon that will not only provide for officer safety, but citizen safety. Again, a lower level of force to both protect that individual and our officers. So I think a great enhancement for the agency, and the fact that every post-certified officer that we have will now have one of these less lethal, non-lethal options available to them. And with that, I believe that will complete the director's report unless there's questions.
Any questions? Seeing none, good job.
Thank you, sir.
You answered all the questions. As you stated earlier, Mr. Jacobs is at final hearings, and so is Ms. Bunn. She is doing those final hearings, or else she would be here, I know. And this brings us at this time to general comments, and comments on a specific offender are not allowed at this time. If you desire to make a comment, you should call our call center at 404-656-4661. Now, having said that, are there any public comments that are related to matters that have been presented at today's meeting?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. If you would just stand and state your name.
My name is Karen James.
And are you here as an individual, or who do you represent?
I'm as an individual, and I'm also a part of the National Incarceration Association, which is a group of family members that have loved ones that are incarcerated.
Okay. Well, welcome. And your comment?
Okay. first of all, I'm gonna say I'm a little shaken by what I just saw, just personally, so let me get it together. My comment is regarding the conditions of individuals once they are released. I was attending the last Family Day, and I believe that it was reported that approximately 4,000 inmates are dealing with mental health issues. And I know it is the board's goal to release individuals that are less or no threat to the community when they are released. My concern is that when family members are not involved in the lives of the individuals that are incarcerated, while they are incarcerated, it creates a disconnect and leads to trauma. Many experience post-traumatic stress syndrome, similar to what people who have been in the military and seen combat experience, because of the environment that is today in our current prisons. So my question then to the board is, what can we do as a community of family members who are concerned, who want to have a positive impact on our loved ones when they return, or even while they are incarcerated? What can we do? What protocols can be put into place where the family members of those incarcerated can be more involved in solutions for ensuring that they are released and are little or no threat to the community?
Thank you for your comment. That would be somewhat of a lengthy answer, and so let me refer you. We will dismiss in just a moment, and our legal counsel is here seated at the front. She will be happy to try to address that in any legal manner. Also, our director, Chris Barnett, to my right, will be happy to talk to you, because there are many things that can be done, but that would require a pretty good long response time. And so I thank you for first of all, for caring. We share concerns about all inmates. Also, we have the balancing act of being just as concerned for the victims that the crime was committed against. And so this board always has a challenging task, but I thank you for caring enough to attend and for sharing your comments today. Yes, ma'am. If you would state your name and who you're here with.
My name is Kate Basha.
And-
I'm the son incarcerated. I'm with the National Incarceration Association also. And my comment today is just about the drug court that you're considering. And we all know, especially the women's facilities, that 95% of these women are impacted by mental health and substance abuse disorders. So we're really excited that this is something that you're entertaining, and anything we can do to help you push that agenda along we'd be welcome to do that.
Thank you for your comment. All right, hearing no more comments, is there a motion that we adjourn?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we are adjourned. Merry Christmas.